2 years ago, Lady Gaga's two French bulldogs Koji and Gustave were stolen in a violent incident that sent her dog walker Ryan Fisher to the hospital. The singer's dog walker was shot 4 times in the chest with a handgun at close range while walking the dogs in Hollywood and left bleeding on the sidewalk. This is how Ryan recounts the accident in court to his attacker. "I was beaten, strangled, shot, and left to die, bleeding out on a sidewalk and gasping for my life. You shot me and left me to die, and both of our lives have changed forever." Thankfully he survived the murder attempt and even forgave his assailant, James Jackson, who was sentenced to 21 years in prison for the crime. But needless to say, the event did not leave Ryan without a mark, as he reports to having suffered repeated collapsed lungs and a loss of career and friendships. Hi, and welcome to Who's Dat Dog? Please subscribe to our channel. And stay tuned to hear how this crazy story unfolds. Now coming back to this crazy story. The dog theft happened in February 2021. In an effort to have her babies returned to her unarmed, Gaga took to social media and promised a $500,000 reward for her canine dogs. In an Instagram post, she also expressed her sadness over the theft by saying, "My heart is sick and I am praying my family will be whole again with an act of kindness. I will pay $500,000 for their safety. Or, if you bought or found them unknowingly, the reward is the same. I continue to love you, Ryan Fisher. You risked your life to fight for our family. You're forever a hero." The dogs were turned over to the Los Angeles Police Olympic Community Station 2 days later by Jennifer McBride. She claimed she randomly found Gaga's dogs tied to a pole and reached out when she saw the offer of a reward for their return. Turns out she was one of the suspects. Jennifer McBride was one of 5 people charged in connection with the theft of the French bulldogs in February 2021. She was also at the time dating the father of James Jackson, the man who shot and wounded Ryan Fisher. McBride had hoped to come out as a good Samaritan and a hero. But she quickly saw the situation turn when she was arrested in connection with the dog napping. She was charged with 1 count each of being an accessory after the fact and receiving stolen property. She pleaded no contest in December to receiving stolen property and was later sentenced to 2 years of probation. Now, the woman arrested in connection with the dog napping is suing over the "no questions asked" $500,000 reward promise, accusing Lady Gaga of breach of contract, fraud by false promise and fraud by misrepresentation for not paying her the $500,000. According to TMZ, McBride wants Gaga to pay her 3 times the amount, or $1.5 million, for posting the alleged misleading statement, regardless of whether she was involved in the theft of her French bulldogs. In her lawsuit, McBride's attorney argued that by stating, "no questions asked," with the reward offering and failing to pay, Gaga committed a breach of contract, fraud by false promise and fraud by misrepresentation. McBride claims she was entitled to the reward after having delivered the pets to the Los Angeles Police Olympic Community Station 2 days after they were stolen, and has since endured pain and suffering, mental anguish, and loss of enjoyment of life for not being given her reward. Some argue that McBride may have a case, given she didn't really steal the dogs, but only received them after they were stolen. They also argue that the "no questions asked" reward promise made by Lady Gaga acts as a contract in which the singer's concern was not about how the dogs were found, but based solely on the fact that she wanted her French bulldogs back, safe and sound. No matter how she is trying to profit from her wrongdoing, McBride knew the 2 French bulldogs were stolen and she was involved with her co-conspirators for years. It's more likely she will not win this lawsuit. But only time will tell. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed our content. Please comment, like and subscribe for more videos related to man's best friend. And don't forget to support us by sharing our video.